Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Bobbi Jo and Sheena Show. Two friends, two colleagues here to help you change your mindset. And how do we do that? One thought at a time. What are we going to talk about today? It is perception. How are you viewing your life? Yesterday, we were talking about luxury, that even slippers and a blanket can be a luxury. You don't have to have a jet plane. So it's your perception. And I loved what Sheena had to say is that even a bill can be a luxury. Somebody, all the way back to whoever discovered electricity, think of all the thousands and millions of people that had to do it so that you had to pay your electricity bill. Even if it's past due, you should feel grateful that you do have electricity. So it's a different way that you shift your mindset and think, I am grateful. And when you do that, you're not going, oh my God, I can't pay my bill. And that's anger, right? You can almost feel it. But then when you just switch and go, you know what, you're right. That is a different way to look at it. I am grateful that I have electricity, even if it's a little past due. And when you shift that, you feel better, and then you start to attract and bring things better into your life, and that's how you grow. One thought, one day at a time. Sheena, what do you have to say?
Did my view just go brighter there and down, or was that just me?
I was too busy looking up.
I literally said something in my head, and then literally this light
Oh,
just like it came out of the side of my eye, and I saw me as if I had just literally lit up. That was just like so amazing. But anyway, it was Wayne Dwyer who said, change the way you look at things and the things you look at change. I absolutely 100% guarantee you that that happens. And you do not have to change anything except your perception, because when you change your perception, you go, huh, it's always been that way. Whereas
mm,
here, like we're trying to change it, change it, change it. I want to make it this way. And then for some reason, something just flips and you look at it in a different way and you go, hmm, it's always been. So one of the things would be like, we always thought we did something wrong, but you've never done anything wrong. And neither is anybody else. Now that might be a big, I can maybe even feel some people going, no way, this person did this wrong. They did that wrong. How do we know what our definition of right and wrong is? We only know what we've been taught. And that's knowledge and that's left brain. And that is just the past. We
mm,
actually, what Tesla said, to think of if you want to transcend the world, think of everything in terms of frequency, energy, frequency, and vibration. And so when
mm,
we start to actually look at the vibration of things, that everything is literally just a dance with each other. Now, think of, that there's a dance going on and maybe it's a real hard, dance. Well, I don't know what that's going to show up in the world, what it's going to look like. And so maybe you're sick to death of all these horrible dances. Well, you can then maybe play with your energy and help make it a love dance and then
mm.
see what shows up. And these emotions, these words, these feelings, that the perception even is a game. It's a game that you can start to play. Well, what if I saw good in somebody instead of seeing them bad? What if I saw what was good in them and I listed 10 points of what was good instead of the 10 point? Actually, it's probably only 1 point that's bad when you've forgotten the 10 good points. So tends to be, doesn't it, Bobby Joe, in a day? Like people can have a really good day and then, mess up in the motorway, somebody pulled in front of them, and then that's it. They're talking about that. I've been on the ski slope and I have had a great day and I've fallen once. And what am I talking about? Flipping
Yeah.
falling. So the next time I go out skiing, I fell 4 times and I'm like, I'm done with that now. I'm a brilliant skier. I had a great wee time. I'm up and down, no problem. Anyway, Bobby Joe.
They say that with businesses, you can go and have a great experience and you don't talk about it, but you go in at a restaurant and you have a bad experience, you're telling 10 friends. So it is interesting. But you talked about forgiveness there, but that's the ego and trying to be right. If somebody did something and you're like, no, 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 that wasn't. That is maybe an opportunity for you to learn kindness and forgiveness for yourself and forgiveness for that person. And that's a really tricky one, but it's all about the growth. And Bob Proctor, who we've studied under and thinking into results, he always talked about that feeling is just a word for the state of the vibration we're in. Like Sheena, the way she was skiing, like she's happy and she's having fun and she's in a good vibration, so she's happy. And then she falls, frustrated, anger. That's just words for the vibration that she's in, because all you can feel it when you're pissed off, so to say. So perception, what's your perception? And start changing it, because your way, I'm sorry, isn't always the right way. And here's an example. Bob Proctor used to talk about this, and I laugh. I saw it somewhere on YouTube. Someone was telling this story, but I've always known it to be Bob Proctor's story. Just like you said, that Wayne Dyer quote, I actually heard that was somebody else's quote, but who knows? It's we're all regurgitating this crap anyways, everyone. So nothing is ever new. It's just regurgitated. But Bob Proctor would say that his wife would make a ham for Easter, and she would dress it up and cut one end off, turn it around, cut off the other end, put it in the pan, and put it in the oven. And after watching her do this for a few years, he said, "Why do you do that?" And she said, "Well, my mom always did it." So he called his mother in law and asked her. She said, "Well, my mom always did it." And I think he was lucky and probably young enough because he actually got to call the grandmother of his wife and say, "Why did you always do that?" And she goes, "Oh, honey, it never fit in my pan." So here's 3 generations of cooking ham and cutting off ends and turning it and dressing it, all because it didn't fit in the pan, but yet go through generations. It was a perception that that's what you had to do. So start looking closely at your life and what you're doing and start having a new perspective. I promise it'll bring you more happiness and more peace of mind. That's all I have today. Is that you
Thank you,
too, Sheena?
Claire.
All right. We'll see you around.
See ya.